I've always said since day one, Yusuf Sharmiti is a £10 million player. Welcome back to the channel. Rangers free, Killy 1. It's been a beautiful Sunday by this season's standards, but let's face it, folks, this is as good as it's ever felt for us this season, and that's how bad it's been. But yeah, there's not going to be any negativity today. We'll park that for the time being because it's 3 points, man. We're into the top 5. Pretty sure that gets us like Conference League second qualifying round or something along those lines. So, oh yeah! Danilo starting up front alongside Miovski. Danny Rowley, you gotta roll with it. He went with 2 up top. He rolled the dice, and you know what, man? It worked for the most part. It's like I say, the bar is extremely low, but I mean, I think that's quite easily, our best performance in the league this season. But like I said, we've literally played 8 games prior to this where there's a strong case that we deserve to lose every single one of them. So I'll take this every day of the week. But I like the fact that Danny Rowe went with 2 up top. Yusuf Sharmiti was no one to be seen. Danilo in from the cold. Miovski up there as well. As for the rest of the team, Cornelius came in. Butland started, no surprise. Likes of Tav, Suter remained. I would have liked a few more changes, but yeah, 3 points is all that matters. The game begins. Greg Kilty gets a shot, rolls it straight into the arms of Jack Butland. And then we get our goal. Derek Cornelius, ball whipped in for a free kick. Horrific defending from a Kilmarnock point of view, but this guy, he bangs in goals for Canada. He's a Canadian international. He's a good player. Well, he's shown that he's a good player elsewhere. All that matters is for us, but hopefully he can add a few more goals to set, because that's what we're desperately missing, man. We see the amount of set pieces that we waste, this, like corners, free kicks, whatever. We need to make them count. Thankfully, Cornelius made this one count, and it ends up going 1-0 to Rangers. Kelly then had a shot. He went out for a throw in. Guy of 80, I think, was it Thomas? If he connects with this better, we could have been worried here. They hit on the counter. Suter brings the guy down, gets booked. I don't think John Suter had the best of games, but he doesn't really have the best of games for us. And then they get a corner. Ball get whipped in. Butland, absolutely no man's land. Goes to punch it. Don't really understand what he's doing. It was shades of last season. It's just, we know where we are. We are crap at defending. We're horrific at defending. It feels like we are going to concede a goal every single game. And like I said in the preview, I did say that, I did predict a draw, and thankfully I got it wrong, but I did say they'll end up scoring because we simply cannot deal with balls into the box. And here's another perfect example of that, because it gets whipped in, Butland misses it, and this is Butland's fault primarily. Let's not pretend it's anyone else's, but there's no one else reacting. It's not like the first man got anything on it, or where the ball fell, or one of our defenders sweeped up and got the goalie out of danger. No, 1-0, 1 each, Stranger with the goal there. We then have a corner of our own. Their goalie goes to clear it, cracks off the back of Cornelius, I believe, and then it falls to the feet of Miovski. The head of Miovski. He heads into the back of the net. It took very long on this, man. He was clearly off. There's no case. And then that leaves it at 1 each at half time. You're thinking at this point, that's a wee bit mince. We had a few substitutions. Mikey Moore came on, looked a wee bit lively. Danilo makes it 2-1, heads it into the back of the net, in off the post, good header. And what I will say is, right, I'm not gonna turn this into a bashing of Yusuf Sharmiti, but you seen in this game when Danilo and Miovski were up front, we at least had something. And whether that's because it's those two, or whether that's because there was 2 up top, but at least there was a focal point, man. Feels like for games now, for weeks, months, we've had nothing up front. Nothing to rely on. These guys are bringing people into play and also creating opportunities, winning headers. And yeah, Miovski didn't score today, but he scored an offside goal. The intent's there. Danilo gets a goal as well, and then later on another striker gets a goal, but decent header for Danilo in off the post. We'll take that every day of the week. But then pretty much straight after it, it's almost like we want to concede. Ball gets whipped into Bruce Anderson. There's no one marking him, and Butland makes up for his horrific goalkeeper earlier on in the game. He gets down, good save, and then Yusuf Sharmiti. Honestly, man, let's not be idiotic here. The guy was always going to score at some point. It might have been in 2028 or something, but he was always going to get a goal. Didn't expect it to come on the 26th of October 2025, but thankfully it did. Yeah, It's a wonder goal, man. Top bins. Goalie couldn't do anything about it. Reality is, Kelly guy passes straight to him. Guy has a hit and hope. I mean, decent par, decent connection, but it is straight at the goalie. Goalie should save it. I don't care. 3-1. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, though, at the same time this guy's career is going to magically do a U-turn, and here after 2.5 years of nothing, this guy's going to start banging in 5 goals a game. But if there's ever a point for this guy to justify his fee and turn his career around, or even, and not just his Rangers career, by the way, his actual career, it's right now. We need this. But again, what will happen is this might be his only goal until the AGM in December, and Kevin Tell will be like, but what about that goal he scored against Kelly back in October? I feel like that's all this ammunition's going to be used for. Nico Raskin makes it 4-1 into the bottom right hand corner, gets ruled for offside. He then has another shot. We win 3-1. Simple game. Not an awful lot of drama to talk about, but I don't care for drama. I don't honestly today. Like I said, it was easily our best performance in the league this season. Not hard. All that mattered was the 3 points. Danny Rowe had to win, and I feared the worst when it went 1 each, but he's picked up the 3 points. We're moving on up the table, and at this stage of the season, that's all we can do. I'm not even going to bother my arse talking about who's above us or whatever. We just got to win games of football and see where that puts us. See where things look into November. See where things look into January. And hopefully by the end of the season we'll be in a good position. But yeah, Rangers 3, Kelly 1. Let's build on it. Easter Road next, and then the big one next Sunday. Till next time. Peace.